Welcome to the Wisconsin Music Podcast,
Holiday Edition 2024. In this episode of the Wisconsin Music Podcast, we're thrilled to host Alaria Taylor, director of Milwaukee's Chick Singer Night, a national nonprofit. Chick Singer Night champions female artists across all stages of their careers, fostering growth, community, and visibility in the music industry. Alaria joins us to share the exciting release of A Chick Singer Night Christmas, an album featuring 11 artists performing 14 tracks of unique holiday classics, favorites, and original songs with some of Milwaukee's top vocalists and musicians. She will also talk about the Best of Chick Singer Night CD release party on Tuesday, December 3rd, where listeners can enjoy the holiday spirit live. We're also going to be talking a little bit about the whole Chick Singer Night organization, where it is in multiple cities, and there's actually, I believe it's in Stockholm as well, so it's in a different country as well, so it's kind of spreading throughout the globe. So remember, new episodes drop every Tuesday. Alaria, welcome to the Wisconsin Music Podcast.
Thanks for having me.
For the listeners to get kind of know who you are and how you got involved with Chick Singer Night, how did you get involved in music? What's your music origin story?
Well, I've done just about everything imaginable, a really bizarre, wide variety. My first professional job, I was a singer-dancer at Great America. Then I did 4 dinner theaters in Florida, 2 cruise ships. I did the Skylight Opera. I did 3 shows with them. I had a folk duo for years. I recorded out in Los Angeles. I won this contest and got a development deal out there. Then I recorded 2 CDs of originals with Joe Puerta, who had the studio in Milwaukee. Joe Puerta, the Grammy Award winner from Ambrosia and Bruce Hornsby and the Range. So that was a great experience. And I learned a lot from him in the studio about producing and such. And in 2004, now Chick Singer Night has been around for 36 years. Lori Mayer, who started it, is actually a Milwaukee native. She grew up in Milwaukee, and she started Chick Singer Night in Chicago 36 years ago, and she currently teaches voice at Pepperdine University. But I knew her back when we were teenagers, and we reconnected, and she asked me to head up and bring Chick Singer Night to Milwaukee 20 years ago. So this year is the 20th anniversary of Chick Singer Night Milwaukee. And it's been great. It's been a great networking thing for musicians and singers. The people have made a lot of connections. Bands have come to our showcases to find a new lead singer. And we have a fantastic band. We have a house band. Al Arbor and Eric Hervey play with Daryl Sturmer. And Al is also in Altered 5 Blues Band, which was on the Billboard charts and everything. And Lou Cucinato's played with the Milwaukee Symphony. And Dan Johnston's been in, he's in like 5 different bands. Everybody's got Whammy awards. They don't even know how many. Eric says he keeps forgetting to pick his up. He has so many. So when the way that Chick Singer Night showcase works is we'll have 5 or 6 singers, and they all different walks of life, all different styles of music, all different ages, and they will select 3 songs they want to do, covers, originals, whatever, and they will get the charts to me. The band will learn their music, and we meet at the club the day of the show, and we have 1 rehearsal.
Okay.
And then we do the show at night. So it's a musical bungee jumping kind of a thing. But it really it keeps you have to have a fantastic band to pull that off, first of all.
Absolutely.
Right. And so the girls are in great hands with this band. They never make a mistake, and they cover all different styles of music just wonderfully. And the women come back year after year. They want to do the show again. And it's the crowd, it's almost always standing room only. And we have just a crazy crowd. They just go nuts, and they're a listening audience, which sometimes we're not used to. You're playing in a bar and everybody's watching the game on TV and they don't even know if you're there. these people are listening to every word and they're whistling and clapping and hooting and hollering. And so even women who play out all the time with their own band love doing Chick Singer Night.
Fantastic.
So,
and we have Noelle. She just joined us. Noelle, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. So how did you get into the working with the Chick Singer Night?
Yes, well, definitely those personal connections and friendships. Years ago, I attended a church with a gentleman named Jim Bone, and him and his daughter-in-law had connections with Chick Singer Night with Alaria. And didn't know that when I first met them, but got to know them through singing. I remember doing a Christmas concert at the church with them and just getting to know them that way. And over the years, performed at the invitation of Jim in just different bands. He just had a wonderful ability of bringing people together and musicians together. He's a great connector. And I actually forget, Alaria, how you and Jim know each other, but it was through that connection. I remember Jim had posted a video. I did a Christmas concert with Jim and sang a song, and he posted it on Facebook. So social media is part of the connection as well. And Alaria saw it, and it went from there. And all of a sudden I was put into communication with her and was invited to perform. I think the first Chick Singer Night I did was at March of 2023. So I'm a newer chick in the Chick Singer Night group, but it was such a phenomenal experience and opportunity, and very grateful for that.
Fantastic. So you're a part of the performance. Are you on this Chick Singer Night Christmas CD? Did you have a couple tracks on here?
Yes, I was really super blessed and fortunate to have a track on the CD. So mine is the first track. It is Silent Night.
Awesome. Alaria, do you want to talk a little bit about how this CD compilation was put together?
I had always had the idea in the back of my mind that I wanted to do a Chick Singer Night Christmas album. I always said, if I'm going to record again, I'm going to do a Christmas CD, because every year it's brand new. It's never old. It's never, last year's news. You bring it out again every year, and you're going to have it. I know a friend that did a Christmas CD, and he does a CD release party every year for like 20 years. I'm like, well, that's really getting a lot of mileage out of your CD,
yeah,
which
right.
You don't get, right?
Right.
So I wanted to do that. And plus, there's a lot of public domain things. You don't have to pay the mechanical licensing and all that. And it's people I think are more likely to purchase an actual physical Christmas CD. It can be a gift and so on and so forth. But finally pulled the trigger this year. I was talking to Lori, and she said, well, what are your plans for this year? And I was like, well, I was thinking of doing a Chick Singer Night Christmas CD. She goes, well, how much do you think that would cost? And how would that? And so we talked back and forth, and she goes, go for it. So that was awesome. And it's a great little bow on the end of our first 20 years,
yeah.
I thought. And now the CD, there's a wide variety on the CD. So some of the singers recorded their song with their band in their own studio. Like, for example, Carmen Nickerson recorded an original song with Willie Porter and Costia and her whole band. Okay. And that's on there. So everybody knows Willie Porter, and probably Carmen Nickerson too. Then there are others that I kind of coordinated, and we all went down to Tanner Monagle Studios and worked with the great Rick Probst, engineer. And we just selected some great songs. I really just let all the girls pick their own songs, and it just ended up being a perfect mix of ballads and up-tempos, originals, cover songs, and unique arrangements of public domain songs. It was just like perfectly balanced. But it was a lot of fun working with everybody in the studio. And I'm kind of moving into more of a mentoring role in my old age here. I'm not so, focused on promoting myself as I am, I'm the mother hen of Chick Singer Night is basically how I think of it. So some of the girls in the studio, they were like, I'm so excited I've never been in a studio before. This is a bucket list item for me. And so I was helping them, what do you do when you record, and how do you, when you, comp a track, you have to, sing it several times through, and all these little ins and outs of recording. So that was fun. And then we did 2 group songs where we had several of the girls sing with the Chick Singer Night Band. We did Run, Run, Rudolph, which it just really turned out great. And we have 3 great singers on that one. Then we also have the cover song of God Rest You Merry Gentlemen and We Three Kings that Bare Naked Ladies and Sarah McLachlan did. So we did a cover of that one too. But it just turned out great. And I also did the cover artwork. So I've been in Christmas mode nonstop for a year. It never ended for me last year. I kind of had the idea, so I never even put my Christmas music away. I started going through and thinking, what songs are we going to put on this thing? And then I had never recorded cover songs before, so I had to learn all about mechanical licensing and all this stuff. And then there was a little twist that Noelle and I ran into with something nobody had heard of, is custom licenses.
What's
where
that?
She had originally recorded a song that was based off of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but it was completely changed. So some of the words were different, the music was different, and all that. So it wasn't a cover.
Okay.
And to do that, you have to actually get permission from the copyright holder, which can take months, and you have to pay, money to Easy Song licensing. And we almost didn't get Noelle on this CD because of this last minute little wrinkle. But we figured it out and we got her. And that the song Silent Night, she did that. That was the first take.
Oh, wow.
And she never got together with Lou, the piano player, prior to going in the studio.
Okay.
So it was just like meant to be. It was just fantastic.
Fun. And Noelle, so kind of give us your perspective of going into the studio and doing this. How did that whole thing pan out for you?
Yes, it's been a journey, as Alaria mentioned. It's so interesting how I thought it was going to go, like a completely different song, completely different genre. Really proud of the recording we did, and unfortunately, it just wasn't meant to be to add it to the CD. But as Alaria said, the connection with Lou, she chose Lou to do this arrangement. I remember picking the key like a couple days before we got to the studio, and it was so serendipitous. We just got in there. He just started plinking and like tinkering around on the beautiful keys, and it just sounded so beautiful. I was very moved by it, and it was just meant to be, as Alaria said. I'm really proud of the rendition that we were able to put forward on this CD, and to have it recorded now forever on this CD. It really means a lot. So I really thank Alaria for the opportunity.
Fantastic. So Alaria, kind of give the listeners, now we talked about the CD and the great performances here, but if someone wanted to be a part of this organization, what are the steps of this whole thing the steps of becoming part of this organization?
You would go to chicksingernight.com and click on Milwaukee if you live in our area. And there's it says, would you like to apply to be in the show? And just click on the link and it'll tell you what to do, and the contact will come straight to me. So we're always looking for new people. We have a lot of people that come back year after year because they love it, but we're always looking for new people. And the fun thing about Chick Singer Night is people make friends and connections. And I do something a little different than the other cities do. And I have everyone sing backup vocals for each other. And so I have a backup vocal rehearsal at my house about 10 days before the show. And that really bonds people. It's kind of like one of those trust exercises where people are falling backwards and you have to catch them. When someone's going to sing backups for you, you are trusting them,
Yes.
and you form a little bond. And there have been a lot of people. I can think of a couple who, like, they got booked at Jazz in the Park and they needed some backup singers for this special gig. They picked 2 people that sang backup for them at Chick Singer Night. And so all these singers are all, normally they never run into each other because they're with their band of guys and they're the one woman, and they play and they play and they play and they never run into each other. And now they all kind of know each other and they're subbing for each other at gigs, and it's been a great thing.
Now, is this at the same location every time you do this? And if so, how many times does this happen per year? So give a little bit more information and details about that.
We've been doing it at Caroline's Jazz Club. That's typically where we do our usual showcases. Now, this coming December is a complete outlier, different thing. We're doing it at St. Kate's Hotel in their theater. But normally we do it at Caroline's Jazz Club in that kind of Walker's Point area.
Right.
All that information is also on chicksingernnight.com on the Milwaukee. You can go on that website and it says cities, and you can click on all the cities and see what's going on, and click on Milwaukee and you'll find out about the show, about the CD, how to apply to be in an upcoming showcase, how to order the CD, how to get tickets to the show, which, by the way, the show Tuesday, December 3rd, it is almost sold out. I think there's like 4 tickets left, seriously. So if somebody wants to go to the show, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, sounds like it.
At the show, it's kind of a best of Chick Singer Night plus a CD release party concert. We're going to be doing songs from the CD, but then we're also going to be doing some of the biggest crowd pleasers from previous showcases. So, for example, Noelle is going to be singing with Linda Lee, Fire and Ice. Linda Lee has a tribute show, a Pat Benatar tribute show, and the 2 of them, when they sang Fire and Ice, I don't know, there's some people talk about a sibling harmony, like the vibrato is going at the same rate or something. And I thought glasses were going to start breaking and people had goosebumps all over the breath. So that is definitely going to be in the show, along with several other crowd pleasers.
Fantastic. Does this happen like once a month, once like every 3 months, or how does that work?
Lately, I've been just doing 2 regular showcases a year with 6 people in each showcase.
Okay.
When I first started back in 2005, 6, 7, I was doing 6 showcases a year, plus best of shows at Summerfest and Bastille Days and the Harley Rally and all these other places, and I was just swamped. So now, because it's not like a band that knows their whole show and they just go and do it again and again. Every one of our shows is a one-time only thing, never done before and never done again, Gotcha. So I have to write a script and, figure out who's singing when and who's doing backups for what and what's the order going to be. We have programs for every show so you can see the songs, who wrote each song, and, bios of all the artists and all that stuff.
And were you doing this all by yourself, or did you have like a small task force, or how was that put together?
No, I do it all by myself.
That's a lot. But I mean, obviously it's been successful. You've been around for 20 years now. So obviously you're doing a lot of right things for, promoting the women that are part of the Chick Singer Night. And just, it sounds like a great program for people out there that want to participate and kind of get into maybe, networking with more women out there and more, get to know them and kind of just hopefully build a strong coalition of all the Chick Singer Night participants out there, is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. The other thing is there's no age limit. The youngest, we have a spot available for a young girl called the Chicklet spot.
Okay.
And we had Grace Weber, we had Nora Collins, Christy Krause, who have all gone on to do great things. And the youngest we ever had was a 7-year-old. And she was an old pro. Her dad had a band and he would bring her out on stage from time to time. So I was worried she was going to be a little nervous. I thought she was going to, light up a cigarette when she was done or something. She was so relaxed. It was funny, but the crowd just loves when they see a little girl. We usually just have them do one song just to get their feet wet.
Yeah.
And we've got one of those. We have a chicklet. Our next upcoming show will be probably in late March. I have to pick a date that does not interfere with spring break. But we have a chicklet that's a little, I think she's 10 years old. So she's going to do one song. So that's always, the crowd just loves to see that. So that's always fun.
Fantastic. Is there anything else that you would like the listeners to know about the Chick Singer Night organization?
I'd like to say something about Noelle that people aren't aware of.
Okay.
But what did you won the national karaoke championship and then
Yes.
sent to Finland to compete in the international karaoke championships.
Interesting.
So she's a fantastic singer. Everybody in the show is a fantastic singer. There's going to be some great moments where you're going to get chills. You're going to want to get this CD, and I'm not just saying this. This will be one you'll want to pull out year after year. Now, if you want to get tickets to the show, I mean, they could be gone, after this is broadcast, because I think there's 4 tickets left. So we're almost sold out already.
Okay.
But the link to get to those tickets, it's on Eventbrite. It's in Eventbrite tickets, but the link to that is on the Chick Singer Night Milwaukee page. So go there. Everything you need to know is there. You'll see pictures of all the women that are going to be in the show. And there are links on how to purchase the CDs. The other way to purchase the CDs are some of the artists. All the artists, I gave them 25 CDs so they can sell them themselves. So if you know one of the artists like Noelle or any of the other girls, I call them girls because they're younger than me. But, women, girls, chicks, whatever. If you know one of the girls, you can buy the CD from them and you can save shipping.
It sounds like you might need a bigger venue for this next year.
Yeah, possibly. Because we sold out fast. I mean, we sold 50% in the first day.
Wow.
50% of the tickets were gone in the first day. So
we
might.
How many does the place hold? How many tickets did you sell?
I think it holds about 110.
Okay. So it's a smaller venue, but big enough to have a great, intimate evening of great singing and just getting to understand how great the talent is here in Wisconsin. Any last words from Alaria or from Noelle before I let you guys go tonight?
Again, just super grateful to Alaria for all of the years and dedication that she's had to Chick Singer Night. Again, I'm a newer chick, but really glad to be part of the fold now in this way, and just really excited for people to hear the CD. And for those that can make it to the show, it really will be very special. Alaria has put a lot of work into planning the different sets, and there's some great music to be heard.
Absolutely. Well, Alaria, Noelle, thank you so much for being on the Wisconsin Music Podcast, telling us all about the great Chick Night organization. Remind the listeners one more time where this is again.
It's at the St. Kate Arts Hotel in the theater there, which is downtown on Kilbourne, I believe.
Okay. And the website is
chicksingernight.com.
Okay.
And then go to the Milwaukee page.
Go to the Milwaukee page. So chicksingernight.com and then go to that page. I believe you guys also have Facebook and Instagram as well.
We have a Facebook page called Chick Singer Night Milwaukee. So go there, like our page. That's where any late breaking, information will be. And, you can also get on our mailing list, email list.
I have one question for you before I let you go. Can I borrow some of these songs and put them on our holiday showcase that will be coming up in mid-December?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, then I will put some of those songs up on that showcase. Ladies, once again, thank you so much for being on the Wisconsin Music Podcast. It's been great talking to you. Thank you so much for all the great information. And just have a great evening and great end of the year.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thanks so much to Alaria and Noelle for coming on the Wisconsin Music Podcast and telling us all about the great events that are happening with Chick Singer Night, especially the Milwaukee chapter. So anybody out there that is very interested in being a part of the Chick Singer Night, reach out to Alaria at chicksingernnight.com and then go to the Milwaukee page. It's just so uplifting to hear about all these great musicians out here in Wisconsin. No matter what walk of life they're a part of, they're just finding the greatest and creative way of expressing themselves and getting their music out to the great people of Wisconsin and beyond. For those of you who are new to our show, the Wisconsin Music Podcast is dedicated to showcasing the incredible talent of Wisconsin-based musicians and the thriving local music community. Our episodes drop every Tuesday on all streaming platforms and YouTube. If you'd like to be on the show, just go to wisconsinmusicpodcast.com, fill out the guest request form up at the top, ask for your email and your name, and then I'll send you an auto email asking you for more information. If you are enjoying these episodes, please consider donating to the Wisconsin Music Podcast. Donations help pay for the website and putting the podcast up on streaming services, and also getting our name out there to all Wisconsinites and others that are interested in our great music here in Wisconsin. Donations are secure through PayPal and Stripe. All you have to do is go to the website and click on Donate to WMP. You can also head over to our Instagram and Facebook pages and like us there. Leave some comments. Also go to the podcast review section of your podcast player and leave a 5-star review. It would be great. You can also head over to YouTube and watch the interviews and leave comments there as well. Well, thanks again for tuning in to another episode of the Wisconsin Music Podcast. Once again, I'm Zach Fell, your host and creator of the Wisconsin Music Podcast, where I love to amplify the great sounds coming out of the Wisconsin state. We have great talent here, great support, and great listeners. Thanks, everyone.